Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on the JB Visuals YouTube channel, where this evening we're actually going to be doing another planet coaster video. Now this video is actually going to be focusing on ride triggers. Now here I've actually got a little track ride that I've actually built, and we're actually going to be looking at the actual ride triggers themselves. So in this video I'm actually going to be demonstrating and actually placing a few different elements around this track I've actually built, and then I'll be explaining how it works as we go along. So first of all, let's actually talk a little bit about ride triggers. So these are a mechanical function that allows a sequence of props, lighting, different animatronics, and a whole variety of different elements to be played when a ride's vehicle reaches a specific point of the track, and they are commonly used on both track rides and roller coasters. So in this video I'm actually going to be using this track ride I've already built, and without further ado let's actually get ready to add in these ride triggers. So first of all, we're actually going to click on the ride that we've just done. We're actually going to go into the the color palette, which is right at the top. It's between the testing and the operation. So you got your car type here, you got your colors, your music, and then of course we actually want to focus on this one where it says trigger sequence, and then to do that we're actually going to create a trigger sequence, and then of course we will then add trigger. But first of all I actually want to try and add in a few different animatronics and a few different props as well. So we're actually going to go for which one should we go for? We'll go for the pirate band. That's a good one to use. So we're just going to place it over here. So at the moment it's playing continuously. I just want to put it on trigger only. So when you actually get like a hang on, I'll just fast forward it a bit. That's better. So yeah, when you actually get a triggerable animatronic or a light or anything like that, I actually click on it first and then set it to on trigger only so it doesn't play over and over again. So to make this prop actually work, what we're going to do is we'll do it again. We're going to actually click on the ride itself, go into the color palette, which is between the tested and operations again. We're actually going to go into create trigger sequence, and then of course we'll then actually go into add trigger, and then it says add a point to the track which will activate when the train passes, or ride vehicle, whatever you want to call it, but these are our ride vehicles. And then over here we've actually got our actual trigger, and then we can move it from left to right. So we're going to move it right a bit, and I think we'll put it around about here, and then once we're actually happy with the place of the trigger, we can then start to connect the objects. So on this occasion we've only got one object, and that's the pirate band. We're just going to confirm and select, and then of course our animatronic is actually connected with our trigger. Then of course you've got your different options, which of course obviously is play on trigger, and then we're actually going to we can actually set a time as well. So you can actually set the launch time, you can actually set it for a number of seconds, minutes, yeah, it's loads of stuff. So I think we'll launch it at 3 seconds, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a quick test run. I think we're just going to just narrow it down to one train. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we'll just try it with the one train to see what happens. Our ride trigger was around about here, so we're just going to do that. And we'll also just go into our sequence as well. And then of course there's our ride sequence here, and then in a minute this train, well, this ride vehicle will actually pass. When it passes to number 1, it should then go past. I probably might have to slow it down a little bit, so it'll play in 3 seconds. And there you go. That's when the actual animatronic then turns on, and then of course it will then actually play for the whole duration, and then of course when the next vehicle comes, it will then play the sequence again. Okay, we'll just there we go, and that actually just switches itself off, and then of course the next vehicle will then pass. So that's animatronics. We're actually going to try something else now. We're actually going to try a special effect. Let's actually go for, yeah, we'll keep the pirate band. We're going to try and go for something a bit more, hang on, let's go for, that's it, let's go back into all. Let's try some fireworks. Yeah, we've got some fireworks, so we'll just go for the I'm just trying to have a look to see where the fireworks are. Okay, so we've got the fireworks here. Okay, so we'll go for the custom ones. We'll go for the moon one. So we're going to place that. Yeah, we'll just place it a bit further back, and then we'll do one for the Planet Coaster logo as well. And we're just going to turn these off. So that is deactivated, which means it doesn't turn on at all. But if we set it to on trigger only, of course that's when we actually make our ride trigger, and then of course we can then set these fireworks off. So on trigger only has been selected. Again, we just need to do the same thing we did last time. Create our trigger sequence, and then of course we actually need to create a brand new one. Go to add trigger, and then of course the number 2 will actually come up. So we're just going to try and find a nice place. We'll put it about here so that the fireworks can be seen. We're just going to connect these 2 objects together, both fireworks. Hang on. There we go, that's 1. And that's 2. And of course we've got our fireworks here as well. So yeah, we don't need to change the times because we actually want to be able to see it. So let's just quickly set it to night time so we can actually see the fireworks in action. So let's send our ride vehicle out. So of course it will leave the station. It will then go past the first animatronic which I placed in. It will take a little bit of time because it's actually on about, I'd say about 5 miles an hour, I think. Yeah, it's about 5 miles an hour. So that will switch on. There you go. That'll start playing. And then we'll actually have a look at the fireworks. I'll try and zoom out a bit so we can see them go up into the air. Ooh. Oh, that's good. got the Planet Coaster logo and the moon over here, which is good. So we're just going to put it back onto daytime for now. So we've done an animatronic, we've done some fireworks, and then we're going to do a bit of lighting. So we're just going to add in some lights. Where are the ones that I wanted? We want some good ones. We'll go for the lantern chain, so we'll just put a yeah, we'll just put a row of them. Make sure it's nice and straight. Oh, it's just off the ground a little bit. And then we're just going to make a couple of rows of lights. There we go, that's on the track. And of course we actually need to set it to on trigger only. And then we're just going to put the move snap on. We'll do a couple of rows. So we'll do something like that. So obviously it's actually going to involve a lot of triggers for this one, because of course there's about 5 rows of lights. So to do that we're actually going to go into our triggers again, because of course this time I actually want them all to switch on one by one when the train or ride vehicle actually passes each one. So we're just going to go into create trigger sequence. Of course we are going to need quite a few of these, so we're just going to add trigger. So this is number 3. And we will connect it to this one. That's 1. We just need to do it 4 more times. There we go. So that's the first one. We just need to do it another 3 more times. Do that. We are almost there, just got a couple more to do, and then hopefully it should work. Because what I'm actually doing is I'm actually adding in separate ones so that each of the lights actually come on one by one as the carriages actually pass by. There we go, we've just got one more to do. There we go, we've just got to connect that. And then we will then give it a quick test run to see what it looks like in the evening. So again, we'll just set it to 12 AM. We're just going to fast forward the bit over here. Past the pirates, past the fireworks, and then through these little lights I've actually put in. There we go, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. and then that's 5, and then of course they actually go off automatically afterwards. So let's just close the ride, and then let's actually try and do something one more time over here. So we've done an animatronic, we've done some lighting, we added a bit of effects. It's going to take a little while to think about what I want to add. So these are animatronics. Yes, something to do that. Yeah, projection screens. Yeah, giant screens, which is the next one. So yeah, we've done one of each. So let's actually just build something quickly. Now, I might have to just quickly. No, I'll tell you what. I think we'll be okay. We'll just place it anyway. So let's actually go into the. Oh, what was it? Yeah, the giant screens, which are here. So we want a nice big one. Yeah, so we'll go for something like this. We're just probably going to have to turn it over. We're just going to raise the screen up. It's probably better if we actually just put it on the end. Just make sure it's okay, make sure it's the right way up. And then of course we can then add in an image. So you can add some colours in. Yep, that's the right way. We're just going to just put it to something pretty simple. Let's see, we want something. There we go. We'll go for something like this. We'll go for a more vintage feel to the ride. We're just going to just add in our last trigger. Again, create trigger sequence, and then of course you have to go all the way down to the very bottom where it says add trigger, and then again we can then just put it to wherever we want it. We'll probably just put it over here, and then of course we will just connect that giant screen to the trigger which is placed in. So we'll do that, and you can see it's actually switched off at the moment. So we just want to just do a few seconds delay. We'll go for about 5 seconds, just give it a bit of time to start up, and then again we will just send the ride vehicle around. So we'll go past the animatronics, the fireworks, and the chain of lanterns that I've actually created. And of course it should then go past the other trigger that I've just made. And you can see the ride vehicle now past that. 5 seconds, and then that should play. There you go. So you've got a nice vintage, and then of course it then goes off for a few seconds, and then of course we can actually then just on trigger only, make sure it's that. But yeah, that is literally the end of this very short video, and that was about me telling you how to create ride triggers for your track rides. I will be back for another video on this in the future, where I'll be talking about how to add ride triggers onto your roller coasters, which is something that I will do, like I said, in the future. But yeah, like I said, ride triggers, they activate all these different animatronics and effects and lighting, just to make things come to life for a little bit. And then of course it really makes it more interesting than just having them playing over and over again. And of course, the first vehicle will go over the ride trigger, which means that will activate the element, the props, or the animatronics, or whatever you got, and then of course that will play for a few seconds. It'll stop. It'll then deactivate until the next ride vehicle actually goes over the ride trigger, and then it does it over and over and over again until whenever you're close to your amusement parks. But yeah, that was a nice little video. Like I said, I will be doing the roller coasters in the near future. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and remember, keep on filming and keep on editing. Bye for now.